Good morning, everyone. This video that I'm going to do right now will be for those of you who are seeking initial certification and has to do with the assignments in the initial certification section. I wanted to go through this process with you and point out some helpful tools as you get ready to write your first 10-page paper for this section of the semester. So I'm here on the students screen page for the home page for our course, EDA 650, and I wanted to sort of take you through the way that I would navigate this to be able to find the tools that I wanted about the assignment. If you go to modules, in the modules section, you'll see that there is a section for your first assignment for your initial certification. It's due February the 14th, so that gives you a little bit of time to work on it. And you will see why as we take a look here at what you're required to do for the course. So let's take a look. I'm going to click on Initial Certification, Assignment 1. And what you are assigned to do is to write a 10-page paper that takes a close look at Domain 1, the visionary leader, and the following competencies. And you're going to look at the first three competencies. Knows the importance of a vision and how it relates to the context and culture of the school community. Understands the importance of all stakeholders knowing the collective mission, vision, and core values. Understands how multiple sources of data are connected to a mission, vision, and core values, and the legal and ethical handling of information. And so here we're talking about, the ethical considerations have to do with making sure that no harm comes to anyone involved with the data that we are considering. And then the legal considerations are, what does the law say about what we can do, and with the data that we are collecting, what data do we have the right to collect, and what processes do we have to go through to request data that we may not be able to just go collect for ourselves. So those are the types of things we're looking at. As I think about this, I know I've taught several courses that lead up to this culminating project, and we talk about the mission, vision, and core values for a school district on many different levels. And so as you think about this, sort of reflect back on even your facilities class, your finance class, curriculum and instruction, just all of the different courses that you've had. Think about all the different ways that the mission, vision, and core values are related. Then here's what you will do. The assignment will consist of the following. A, an initial reflection on Domain 1. So this is, you maybe read through the domain and these three pieces. You do reflect back on what you've learned, sort of, this is your initial, I'm beginning to think about this, and write up what it is that you're thinking of. Now, I do want to warn you that you should be using scholarly language. You should be following the rules in APA 7 regarding the use of pronouns, what person we write in. Do we write in first person, third person? We never write in second person on a scholarly paper. So be cognizant of that. This should sound similar in tone to the journal articles that you read for the different papers that you write. So as you write your initial reflection, keep that in mind. And that's something that I will be commenting on and giving you feedback on in this course. Part B is to write a literature review with a minimum of 6 or 7 citations. One of the things that you may notice as you look through the PowerPoints for this course is that this paper, in the completion, as you accumulate the first paper, the second paper, third, fourth, and fifth, They're each 10 pages, and they will culminate in a 50-page paper. And when I say they're each 10 pages, if you have 11 pages, that's fine. 10 pages will be your minimum. I wouldn't want you to have more than 12 pages for an assignment, so you want to keep it, you want to hone your skills on preparing a paper that meets a particular length. And so, of course, it all needs to be worthy text that you're writing. We don't want filler of any sort. The other thing that you're supposed to produce is, or to have, is you should have at least 40 sources at the end of this paper, which means that even if you divided that up evenly, you would need 8 sources to support what you're saying per chapter. So you may want to consider that as you go along. And you can probably hear my dogs barking in the background. I apologize for that. I hope they don't cover over what I'm saying. So keep that in mind. These should be peer-reviewed citations from books and articles that have been peer-reviewed. And then C, what you will do is write a final reflection regarding your understandings of Domain 1. So hopefully, after you've gone through this process, done the reading, there will be possibly some new information that you have learned, or maybe you had an impression that was not proper, that you found was not proper as you went through this reading, and you find out that your final reflection is going to reveal that. Your reflections and literature review should touch on a variety of competencies. So we've got 3 competencies here. You want to address each one. And a reference list for the cited sources should also be included. So prepare that reference page, put it at the end. You will, of course, do your citations properly within the text itself. And again, this is where your APA manual will come in very handy for you. This is not something that you can just dash off in the last day before it's due. You're going to need some time to do that reading, to do the reflecting, to do your writing and lay it out how you're going to want it to look. The other thing that I wanted to point out to you is that you will turn this in on Turnitin. Now, the student that my student view gives is what we call a test student, and that's a made-up person. So, of course, that does not, I don't have what you will see here. Hopefully, some of you have had experience with submitting papers through Turnitin. I think that this should just flow through, be pretty intuitive. I'm not sure exactly what your screen will look like. Hopefully, it will be one where you see you just upload your paper through Turnitin to have it to me. And you'll need to do that by midnight of February, I believe it was the 14th. Yes, Valentine's Day. So give your sweetheart a treat and yourself and get it done and turned in by midnight of the 13th. And that way you'll have it out of the way. Again, if you have any questions or concerns, you can contact me via text, email, or phone, and I'll be happy to answer any questions that you might have about this assignment. Thank you. Bye-bye.